In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, dear friends and fellows, a lady called me and she spoke to me on telephone. And since I do the counseling, the motivation, and for that purpose, she did make a phone call to me. She told that I am in a very depressed state of mind because my only son has died suddenly. I'm a single parent, my only son, and I did a lot of hard work to raise my child, to get him educated, and now she was a student of the engineering university. He died suddenly. So for that reason, I am in quite a depressive state of mind, and that's my situation. What to do now? I asked her that although it's a great loss indeed, but you are not the only one. You're not the only one. It has occurred to many other people earlier than you, and it will keep happening as long as the human life is there on the planet Earth. Your son has died. Your only son has died. Indeed, it's a great loss and it's a great shock. But there are people whose only son has been murdered, killed, and that is definitely even a bigger loss and a trouble for those people, even a bigger shock for those people. So we all are here for a very short span of time, and we will die. We will leave this world forever. We will leave this world forever. The time we have got here is a very short one. Even if at all somebody gets 70 to 80 years, 85 years, it's not a big amount of time as compared to the life of the planet Earth, as compared to the civilization, the human being first put its feet on earth. On the other hand, on the one hand, the time we have got here is a very short one. On the other hand, the time is passing very quickly. And the very quickly, the time is passing very quickly. If at all we look back at our previous life, we'll come to know that all of our life, even if at all we are here for the past 50 to 60 years, it seems that it was nothing more than a dream. If a young man is a 25-year-old, it means that she has lived here for a quarter century, which is quite a lot of time. But ask them that look back upon your life and tell me, they will say that it was just like a dream. If at all we talk to someone else who has lived here for 50 years, and 50 years mean actually half a century, again they will say that it is nothing more than a dream. If at all we talk to someone else who is here for the past three quarters of a century, 75 years, even they will say it was nothing more than a dream. So the time is passing very quickly, and the day is not far away that we will not be on the surface of the earth at all, rather, we will be in the belly of it. We will not be on the surface of it, rather, we will be in the belly of it. So, my dear friends and fellows, keeping in view this thing, I am of the view that we must remember that we are here for a very short span of time and we will leave this world forever. We will leave this world forever. And all the things we love, all the things we love, either they will leave in our presence or they will leave in our absence as well. Either they will leave in our presence or they will leave afterwards. In both of these cases, I think that we have to go into our separate graves. We do have to go into our separate graves. If at all we do keep this thing in our mind since the beginning, for all the time, I think that bearing the difficulties, the challenges will become psychologically easy. Also, we should remember we must remember, I did tell her that this life is a very very short one. Then once we leave this world, another life will start, and that will be an unending life, whether it starts immediately after this death or from the day of judgment. We will be given another life, and that another life will be forever, will be unending. And those people who lived here the life of deprivation, those people who lived here a very difficult life, either psychologically, mentally, or physically, I think these people will be rewarded, except those who were criminals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give compensation to all the people who lived here the life of deprivation. They will be given, they will be compensated, and they will be given the grace marks. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will let them enter the paradise, the Jannah, Jannat al Firdaus. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I am of the view that believing in the religious thoughts on the one hand, religious ideology on the one hand, on the other hand, having a very strong relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it makes us a strong person. It makes us a very, very strong person. It gives us tremendous amount of strength. How is it that, by the way, dear friends and fellows? Look, once we start believing deeply and omnipotence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it means that we will be happy, or we will be satisfied, or we will be contented for whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, and whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not given us. Also, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken back after giving it to us, we will be content. That if at all we were given something else, it was a kind of trial by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if at all it has been taken back from us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again it's a trial. So we have to be, we like a very, very obedient and very, compliant slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will be happy in whatever situation Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps us. That is really really important. And having a strong contact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, having a strong good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, depending totally on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it makes us really very very strong person. We don't remain a weak person at all, if at all we are truly and genuinely connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can we do that? By the way, first of all, we need to listen. We need to listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said. How can we listen that? That is Quran. That is Quran. Reading it, reading it, understanding it, reading the translation of the Quran, so that we could understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to us. Saying to us, some of those things are for the prophets only, some of those things for the different category of the people, while most of these things are for the each and every human being. So it is for us, it is a kind of message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to understand it, we need to listen it well, we need to act upon it properly, as good as we can. And that will make us a person who is genuinely believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it will make us a contented person. We will be happy whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done with us, and we will start thinking that it lies in my own best interest actually. Then she asked that should I go to a psychiatrist because the people are advising me to do that. I did tell her. She said that unnecessarily taking the medicine, it's not good for my health or anyone else's health. I replied that okay, indeed, unnecessarily taking the medicines is bad, but when it is necessary and we don't take the medicine, it is really bad. Again, those who have invented the psychology, the clinical psychology, the psychiatry, and these medicines, I think they are not foolish people at all. So so it is right, if at all we are in need of a help, it is like the physical troubles and the problem, and we don't hesitate to go to a doctor. Likewise, if at all there are psychological problems, we shouldn't go and we shouldn't hesitate to go to a clinical psychologist, the psychiatrist. Then she said that I shall be taking the medicine forever. No, I said no. They know that how much you need to take, and they will gradually they will let you leave those medicines, and you will become independent, inshallah. Again, above all, we should remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made Jannatul Firdaus for those who are compliant, compliant slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we must obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we must obey Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Once we are doing the both of these things, obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, following Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then it actually means that inshallah we have become a very strong person, and the things have been made easy for us, and we will be inshallah, although we might not glitter in this world, we might not be able to glitter here and in this world, but inshallah we will be comfortable psychologically, spiritually, mentally, and even physically, because we strongly believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the life will become easier, inshallah, the life will become smooth, inshallah, because we will be well aware that this life is a very, very temporary one, and the real life is yet to start, and she will be reunited with her son, with her beloved son, and inshallah both of them will be in the paradise. Thank you.